Welcome to this What's New video in Seek. Today I will be walking through some of the new features in the Seek R59 release. To start out today, we will look at what's new in Workbench. In Workbench, you can now have conditions and signals share the same lane. These signals and conditions can also be dragged and dropped in order to reorder them on the display. Finally, worksheets are now filterable and sortable, so for users with many worksheets in a workbook, you can search or filter for worksheets that you are looking for to more easily find what you need. Let's take a look at these features by walking through a batch analysis, starting out with the ability to have signals and conditions in the same lane. For a long time, conditions have been stuck up at the top of the screen. In R59, you now have the ability to change where conditions are and how they are visualized. To do this, I will click on the Customize button in the Details pane, and in the Order section, I can now see that each lane has the ability to be dragged and dropped in order to reorder them. Here I have several signals on lane 2 and several conditions on lane 1. If I want to change the order, I can simply drag them to reorder them on the screen. This works with any individual lane as well, so if I wanted to take one of my conditions out of the top and put it on the bottom, I can give it a new lane. And here I'll put it on lane 6. With this change, you can also see that you can reorder your conditions as you would like. I can also put a condition on the same lane as my signals. Here, I can take the pump in condition and put it on the same lane as the signals that I have trended. And I will see this condition as a shaded region over those signals. For batch analyses or other analyses where you might want to highlight a particular period of time with your conditions, this new method of visualization can be particularly useful. This works best if you don't have multiple overlapping conditions. If you do have multiple overlapping conditions and try to show them on the same lane, Seek will do its best to shade appropriately, with regions where multiple conditions are being present being shown as a darker region than those with just one condition. Finally, you can see over on the left I have multiple sheets in this workbook. If I have more than can fit on the screen, or I want to simply search for the sheet that I'm looking for, I can click on the filter or ordering buttons to better find the sheet that I need. Looking at Organizer, the main new feature is the addition of templates. Let's take a look at how this works. Let's say that I've generated a view that I now want to put in my organizer. I'll go ahead and copy the URL and create a new organizer. Before R59, we would have to manually create a new structure, which meant most organizers were linearly structured going down the page, with content placed below other pieces of content. And most content was not showed side by side, not making efficient use of the screen. In R59, the Seek Queue Insert button now allows for the option to choose a template. This template option allows me to insert predefined templates to better structure my organizer. I can insert more than one of these templates, so I can use them together to better build the report or dashboard that I'm looking for. Using the templates function, I now have an easier way to build out my dashboard so that it makes more efficient use of the screen or is a more useful layout. Looking at some other admin type functions, as of R59, the only supported operating system for on-prem customers is Linux Red Hat. Please contact your CSM or Seek support to discuss options for upgrading to a Linux machine if you choose to stay on-prem, or migrating to Seek SaaS if you're still using an operating system other than Red Hat to host your server. Finally, some other admin type items. Asset trees made using the Spy Trees functionality can now be made global. OData exports now default to a 1-minute grid to be more consistent from one export to the next. However, you can always change the grid as needed. OData exports can also be seen in the admin tab under usage to help admins understand the export impacts on the server. Finally, a new connector is available for InfluxDB. That's all for this What's New video. Stay tuned for the new features in Seek R60. Thanks for watching.